Good morning and welcome to day 2 of the Regional Championships Europe, the WFTDA Regional Championships Europe. I'm the lovely Beatrix.
I'm very Cherry. Good morning everybody and welcome to Malmo.
Yep, here we are live in Sweden for game number 7. Now this is an exciting game. It is Rainy City.
Your little rainy babes going up against Nantes roller derby from France.
Okay, and so this is the first time that Rainy have played in the tournament. So this is the first game of the tournament for them. Nantes played Lom yesterday and they won, obviously. By a lot. That's why they're here. They were, I think, seeded number 7 coming into this tournament. Rainy, number 3. Whoever wins today will go on to play Crime. As I think it's the final game today. So
is that a win?
Is that a win?
Is that a prize?
I think so. It's one of the top prizes, isn't it?
In the best way possible. And we've got some wonderful skaters for you today. Do you want me to give you Nantes?
Yeah, sure. Give us Nantes. What colour are they playing in?
They are going to play in the white. That definitely wasn't me looking over the track to see what colour they were playing in. And we have 00H2 Adele Rainbow, 017 Iron Duck, 035 Flashy Strike, number 11 Valerie, 12 Adrenaless, 1312 Puffanar, 1818 Ziggy Star Pass, I love that name, number 42 Nemesis, 44 Greenbergen, 53 Buzz, number 6 Dead, 66 Flash Blondie, and 678 Mad Giver. And that is Nantes Roller Derby, La Duc.hesse playing in the white.
And your Rainy City Roller Derby All-Stars playing in the purple. 02 Black, 111 Kate Push, 191 Macbeth, 24 Rollo, 29 Penny Block, 316 Lily Gaskell, 33 Jenga, 38 F-Bats, 414 Rusty Bullet, 56 El Nasser, 6 Bumram, 704 Hazard, 75 Una Bomber, 81 Fairy Quake, and 873 Gary. So there we have, and if you can guess Gary's other names, let us know, because it changes every time, and I love that.
Gary's a dying name in the UK, but you've got to keep it going.
Well, I'm glad that we're all doing our bit to do that. So we've got this game this morning, which is super, super exciting. Who else have we got coming up today? What's our other games?
B, you've looked at me, but I am as prepared as you are with this answer. I know the winner of this will be playing Crime, because you just told us. Good morning, everybody.
Coming up next, it's Crime v Stockholm, Cherry. I thought I'd prepped it for you. I thought I'd teed you up, but obviously it is early. But don't worry, we are going to come alive on the microphone once we see those jammers on the...
Good morning, Malmo!
That's right, on the Sucker Punch Skate Shop jammer line.
And not going into the AAA power penalty box. Right, come on, Cherry, get it together.
Come on, Cherry.
We've got this.
Get those names into your head, Cherry. And let's crack on with this. Okay, so straight into it right now. We have got 704 Hazard with the star for Rainy. 1818 Ziggy Star Pass on that jammer line for Nantes.
So that is Hazard on the Sucker Punch jam line up against Ziggy Star Pass.
Straight away, both jammers into the mix, looking for those spaces. Hazard trying to find room through the middle of the track. Ziggy Star Pass though, pushing forward. Last line of defence, Una Bomber makes it through.
But Ziggy comes through, grabbing lead, and there are a lot of Rainy fans here today. Were they expecting there to be a non-Rainy first lead? I'm not sure.
Don't discount me. So, first jam. Points.
Lovely stuff there from Nantes, picking up 2 points, and we currently have a lead for Nantes. All right then, we have lining up on the Sucker Punch Skate Shop jam line. We have number 017 Iron Duck. And they are going up against Gary. Go on, Bab. Tell us who Gary is, B, just in case anyone's confused.
It's Gnarly Ray Jepson. And not lead jammer for Rainey, but out first of all.
Go on, Gary.
Iron Duck still stuck in that mix, star in hand, just by pivot line as Gary comes around through the pack, putting up 4 tasty points for Rainey now, taking them into the lead in this second jam.
And we have our first visit to the 888 penalty box. That is one of our Nantes blockers, as we see a star pass over to Flashy Strike for Nantes.
Yeah, Iron Duck really working to get that star pass over to Flashy Strike.
And a little bit of confusion there, B. Gary thought that they had a lead, was stood at the side of the track, giving it the double taps. But if you're not lead, you can't double tap.
But, you know, sometimes the universe is a way of working out. Flashy Strike picking up a track cut penalty, so this jam will go for the full 2 minutes. So now nobody can call it off.
Nobody can call it. Gary can just run free. 888 penalty box being visited by Penny Block for Rainey as Gary, last side of defence at the front of the pack, comes through on a complete scoring pass. We currently have 12 on the board for Rainey, playing to Nantes number 2.
Yeah, and this is only the second jam of this first game here in sunny Malmo, as Gary comes in, fakes to the outside, takes that inside line between turns 1 and 2 beautifully for another 4 points. Flashy Strike back on track and in play for Nantes. Coming up into turn 2, finding a deadlock there. That looks like Bumran leading the charge.
Beautiful last line of defence at the front of the pack there. Flashy Strike being held by number 191. Is that Macbeth?
It was Macbeth, just going one-on-one, Cherry, as well with Flashy Strike. Beautiful work. Well, that was a super jam.
It was a super jam for sure.
Yeah, literally 20 points picked up there. None also able to pick up 3 in that pass.
We have a lovely empty 888 penalty box at the moment.
Lining up it is number 81, Fairy Quake for Rainey City.
And they're going up against number 12, Adrenalis for Nantes.
Adrenalis pushing forward, finds those spaces. Black last line of defence. Black has to let Adrenalis go. Adrenalis lead jammer for Nantes.
And a massive smile on Adrenalis's face as they come round the inside line there. A little bit like Antwerp yesterday. I don't know tons about Nantes, so I'm like so excited to see what they've got to bring today, especially up against the might that is Rainey City.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying the physicality out on track that Nantes is showing, and that beautiful apex jump by Adrenalis to pick up 4 tasty points for Nantes.
Nantes really have come to put a stamp on this game, haven't they? And I am loving it.
Yeah. We are only in Jam 3 right now, Cherry, and already we're seeing, you know, great physicality, matched by both teams as well, I've got to say. But then also the skill out on track from those jammers and blockers. Adrenalis now going up against Unabomber, El Nasser, pushing, then looking back for support on the straightaway between turns 2 and 3. Unabomber with the drawback on Adrenalis. Adrenalis checking in, calls off the jam strategically, denies Fairy Quake opportunity to score. So Rainey held scoreless in that jam.
I think Nantes are going to be very happy with that, because they've put up 11 points in that jam. So we have 16 taking on 20. Lovely close game. And B, apart from the odd occasion yesterday, we were in close game.
Yeah. Close game City.
Well, I went with Town,
well,
but yeah,
it's the same thing, isn't it, really?
I mean, it depends if there's a cathedral.
That's a good point. That's the metric we all have to use. Okay, back to this metric. 316, Lily Gaskell, starting on the Sucker Punch Skate Shop Jammer line. And 1818, Ziggy Star Pass with the star, but it is Lily Gaskell lead, although knocked out.
Lead but recycled, looks over, sees the Ziggy Star passes through and just goes, do you know what? No thanks. Calls it off.
Yeah.
Pops back to the bench.
Yeah. And I did notice Flashy Strike was also on that jam lineup then, Cherry. Flashy start taking the
pivot.
It was the pivot earlier, took the star, and I just wonder if that's a tactic that Nantes have. But also, Flashy Star just doing all sorts of great things in the pack as a blocker. Really was the person who pushed out Lily Gaskell and forced that recycle, which ultimately forced the call off. So great work.
Lovely stuff. I love it when you see those pivot and jammer pairings, and then when they don't come on, you're there like, where's my friend?
Yeah.
And then while we were looking at this, Hazard has come through, grabbed lead. Iron Duck hot on their heels behind them, while Rainey and Nantes are all kind of going like one-on-one at the moment.
Yeah.
This is a proper scrabble of a jam, but Hazard was in charge of that jam and calls it off, holding Nantes to 0, but picking up 2 points for themselves. So we have 16-22.
Yeah, beautiful work. And actually what we saw was that pack getting really stretched out between turns 2 and 3 on that straightaway, and creating that moment for Rainey and Nantes to go on those one-on-one blocking escapades, if you like.
Oh, moments and escapades.
Honestly, I've been reading a lot of dictionaries recently.
I like it.
Gary with the star for Rainey, Adrenalis for Nantes.
Adrenalists literally knocking out Gary, pointing where Gary is, doing their own offence.
Doing the directing.
I love it. I can't stop looking at them.
Steven Spielberg of roller derby right here, directing all the action. Kate Bush with that huge hit out on Adrenalis, forced the recycle back. Adrenalis is lead and in charge and chooses to call off that jam.
Lovely stuff there. I really love how every jam has just been physical, like it's the last one.
Yeah.
I don't know what they all had for breakfast, but I want to go and get me some.
I think it was Weetabix.
Was it?
Yeah.
It's a bit wheaty for me.
All eggs.
I'm more of an eggs and chicken sausage kind of gal.
Oh, right, first thing in the morning as well. Okay, well, first thing in the morning, I like a little bit of Fairy Quake, who's lining up on the Sucker Punch Skate Shop Jammer line.
We just had a quick official timeout there, not sure what they were doing. And I think everyone heard at home that beautiful clear 5 seconds from our wonderful NSO crew today.
Pussy Panzerfaust.
What?
Beautiful,
What a
loud
woman.
and clear.
Love it.
Fairy Quake pushing forward. Ziggy Starpass though, lead for Nantes.
Ziggy Starpass looking back at the trap, being like, I am going to leg it round because I am keen for points.
Yeah.
And again, we are seeing Rainey sort of, it looks like they want to set their tripods up, but Nantes are like, they're involved every step of the way.
Yeah, they're all up in their business,
They
Cherry.
are up in the grill.
Fairy Quake made it out of the pack, however, Nantes in the driving seat once again, called off that jam, denied the opportunity, and now Nantes on 20 points, Rainy City on 22.
We're in a 2-point game because that's literally the level of maths that I can manage
Yeah.
any time of the day.
Yeah.
And I don't want this to sound like I've got anything negative to say about Nantes, but I was not expecting this.
No, but then yesterday we saw them against Lom and we had that really beautiful runaway.
We did indeed.
Lily Gaskell lead for Rainey. Adele Rainbow, I think, jamming for the first time in this game.
Yep. Sure thing, B. Lily Gaskell, first time coming round, grabbing some points, called off that jam last time really quickly.
Yeah.
We have a couple of penalties been called. We are losing 2 of our non-blockers to the 888 penalty box. So Lily Gaskell has not quite the run of the mill B, but certainly only has one last line of defence to get past. But number 1, Valerie really, like, just literally no one is giving up, and I am loving this game, and I hope you folks at home are as well.
Yeah, beautiful work as well by Flashy Duck, just hanging out at the back of the pack there. Flashy Strike, sorry, hanging out at the back of the pack, but Lily Gaskell picking up a track cut penalty will sit in the 888 penalty box, and this is then Power Jam switcheroo in favour of Nantes.
And whilst Lily comes to sit down in the 888 penalty box, both of the Nantes blockers, have been released. So in this Power Jam situation, which is now being passed over to Flashy Strike, they've got all their blockers on the track to help out with this. So we are now going to get treated to some Nantes offence, coming in and rushing that tripod bay.
Yeah, no, and I was going to say Rainey currently with 8 points in their pocket, right? So they're on 30, Nantes on 20. But Flashy Strike could look and try and find those spaces to pick up those points. However, Rainey have neutralised that power jam, just holding in turn 3 there as Lily Gaskell comes back on track and in play for Rainey. Literally trying to swim through that pack. F-Bats trying to offer up the support, but none with that rush to the inside and forcing Lily Gaskell inside. She takes the outside. and makes it through as jam comes to an end. Whoa, 12 points, hard won, Jerry.
Hard won, 12
Hard won.
points, and hard fought 4 points for Nantes as well.
Yeah.
We are in a 10-point game. God bless them for making this maths easy for us today. Rainey with the pack advantage at the moment as we see Adele Rainbow in the Triple 8 penalty box. And we are seeing the Rainey tripod together, Rollo on the outside, offering up that offence on the inside. Nantes just 3 blockers on the track, creating a beautiful tripod, holding Hazard to the inside as we see Unabomber coming in, doing what Unabomber does best, messing stuff up.
Messing things up, absolutely. Beautiful little wrecking ball, our Unabomber. Hazard trying to find the space, but Nantes' 3-wall just collapsing inwards, making it really difficult for Hazard to get a shoulder in there. And at the back of this pack, Iron Duc now pushing the flat wall from Rainey to try and get some kind of purchase, turning round. But Black and El Nasser with the drawback. El Nasser taking a huge hit from 0082. That was Adele Rainbow.
Adele Rainbow literally out of the penalty box looking for hunting down blockers.
Yeah.
Beautiful stuff there. I'm loving the aggression of this game first thing in the morning.
Yeah, it's fantastic. The physicality is really there on show and beautiful to see. Hazard is lead. Iron Duc has made it out of the pack. Hazard pulls off the jam.
Hazard calling off the jam in a bit of a sort of fancy disco move.
I think because they were on the outside of that
They
track,
need to
just
show.
they just wanted to be very clear in
I
what
love
was
it.
happening.
But you know, you can add a sassy disco move in as well, why not?
I do every day.
Oh, well, we know, you're doing it right now, babe.
You are right on track there.
I'm not on the track, babe.
We're
No
not
one
on the
is.
track.
Nobody
Oh my
needs
gosh, so what
that.
kind of fever dream would that be? Nantes roller derby with 24, Rainey City at 38 as Gary wears the star for Rainey. Adrenalis for Nantes, and Adrenalis, we've seen lots of success as a jammer for Nantes in this game so far, and certainly looking to capitalise on that now. Pushing forward, tippy tappy feet, finds a space on the inside, picks up lead.
Honestly, if you want a masterclass in do not stop as a jammer,
Yeah.
keep pushing.
Yeah.
Just watch that 20 seconds of play again, because that was perfect there
Yeah.
from a journalist. Gary is through, as you said, star in hand, but it is not who are in charge of this jam. A journalist gets knocked out by F-Bats to the outside, but pulls off the jam. And let's have a little look what that's done to the scoreboard. I can't see any hands up yet. I think the beautiful jam refs just need to have a quick decision about what's going on, but it is the full complement for a journalist for Nantes and holding Gary.
Jerry, it's still a 10-point game though.
Thank you, jammers. Honestly, they don't know what they've done for us today.
Okay, lining up on the jam line now, it is Fairy Quake up against Ziggy Starpass. Ziggy Starpass on the outside looking for the spaces. Fairy Quake knocked inside, recycled back between jam and pivot line. Ziggy Starpass picks up lead jammer. And Starpass to Abby Black for Rainey. As Ziggy comes around the outside, manages to dodges the blocks of Rainey to call off the jam, picking up some tasty points along the way.
Oh, 4 points on the board there for Nantes. We have 32 taking on 38. We are halfway through this first half. We're at the 15-minute mark. So this is a wonderful time to let you know who is looking after our game. Official-wise, we have Speedy Convalesce, Pussy Panzerfast, Fear Leader, Huff and Roll, Agricola, Scapegoat, and as if there's an official review. I'll get through this dead quick while they do that. We have Ut Runts, Aggie Battery, Miga Tigress, and OU. And on skates today, we have Bath, Gemma, MCAT, Mighty McFly, Direwolf, Reflex, Tinitanium, and Rolling Rats here as well. He just wasn't written down.
And we'd like to say thanks to Skate and Create Factory. Do you need a gift for a skate in your life?
Yes.
Get skate-themed art, stickers and gifts from Create and Skate Factory, a passion project by Duc.hesse.s. Duc is a fellow derby skater playing in Barcelona, but you may remember her from her time skating with London Roller Derby, USA Roller Derby, Minnesota and Madison. You can find out more at createandskatefactory.com or just pop along onto Instagram and Facebook and look for Create and Skate Factory. Every sale supports a fellow skater.
Still chatting, babe.
That's brilliant because I can also tell you about Crash Course, which helps busy roller derby athletes increase strength, conquer self-doubt and create the habits of high performers to become all-stars and MVPs on the track and in life. Want to make 2-minute jams feel easy? Visit chrissycrash.com to learn more. Life is a contact sport. Win!
Love that bit.
So whilst we're having this official timeout, Cherry, let's just have some little recaps here. So we're on jam number 11. We've got Rainy City at 38, Nantes at 32. I think the biggest the differential has been 12 points.
That's all we can manage maths-wise, but you are very true.
Yeah, no, I'm checking in with our producer, The Child, who's helping us today with all of our statistics and information. And I think that differential does look like it was at about 12 as the highest. The highest jam we've had was that 20-point mega jam.
I love a mega jam.
Yeah, for Rainy City. But none have just continually put the pressure on Rainy.
Honestly, this is a game to be savoured. I've really enjoyed watching, as you said, that pressure. You don't often see Rainy put under pressure, and I love them very much, but I am enjoying it. And then what I also love, and I hope you folks at home who perhaps knew a bit more of the UK teams, maybe not so much of the other European teams, but just seeing, I just didn't know this much about Nantes, and now I feel bad that I don't, but I am savouring every moment because the aggression, but the controlled aggression, there is such a difference in sport of being aggressive. Like, I'm aggressive. Is it getting me anywhere? No, just escorted out of Asda. But what I'm loving is that controlled aggression that they're seeing.
Yeah.
I just hope we don't get into, like crazy time, which you normally get in about 6 minutes.
Yeah.
And then again in the second half. So I hope everyone can keep it cool. But I'm just loving this game, babe.
Yeah, me too. And this is the first WFTDA international tournament for Nantes.
Yes.
So
good for them.
Really exciting to see them here and see what they can bring. And as you said, really enjoying it. It was one of their post-COVID goals. So we're just going to wait and see if we can hear what the official review was about. Because I believe that Nantes have now called an official review.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. We had an official timeout and now we've got the official review, which I think Nantes have called.
Yeah, I think there's just been a bit of discussion. I'm just speculating here. It might be that whatever perhaps somebody came into the middle to talk about, the officials were already thinking about.
Yeah.
We have seen that yesterday. We actually saw, and I have seen this a couple of times, but it's really lovely when it happens, when a team come in to do an official review and the refs have already said, we were already discussing this, like, don't waste it.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really lovely kind of thing of, like, I love it in sport where it's like, we're here to make the game happen. It's not us against you type of thing.
Yeah.
And I love that.
For sure. Whilst we're talking about that, penalties-wise, you might be interested to know, Nantes with 5 penalties so far in this game, Rainy with just 3, but of course one of those was their jammer for Rainy. And I believe that Nantes also had a jammer in the penalty box at some point. Oh, we're going to hear about this official review.
Whiting is requesting a back button from the jammer.
There was a beautiful summary there of what the official review was. So Nantes are requesting a backbot penalty on the Rainy City jammer.
Sweet.
And so now the officials will review that and we'll hear the outcome of it. Yeah, so as I was saying, Nantes' post-COVID goal was to be here.
Oh, I love
to
that
be
for
at this
them.
tournament, be at a WFTDA tournament. And I just think, what a love story that is, right?
That is beautiful. And they're absolutely smashing it as well. So not only have they achieved their goal of getting here, they are doing so well. So I'm very proud of them. European roller derby is strong. Hit me with the results. Wonderful stuff there. Thank you, Bav, for letting us know that the no call stands. We asked for clear, concise instruction and we got it. I love it.
Beautiful.
Just tell me in 3 words what you want.
Bath, come and join the announcer crew.
All righty then, but let's get this show back on the road. Sorry, I was just laughing at Righty running around the track.
Okay, let's get it back on the road. Lily Gaskell with a star. A journalist for Nantes. Lily Gaskell now pushing forward. Now we know a journalist, very successful jammer for Nantes in this game so far. Lily Gaskell knocked out, going to be recycled back by number 44. That is, of course, Greenbergen. And Greenbergen once
again.
Yeah, joined with Nemesis. Really keeping Lily Gaskell between jam and pivot line. Meanwhile, up by turn 1, Cherry. Adrenalist just held, pinned by Rainy City blockers. That's F-Bats, Penny and Kate Push, joined by Unabomber. Nobody's going anywhere very quickly, except for Kate Push, who picks up a penalty, so we'll go and sit in the 888 penalty box.
Lovely stuff again. Is that Greenbergen? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Number 44, knocking Lily Gaskell to the outside. And Adrenalis coming through, grabbing lead as we now have 2 of Rainey sat down in the 888 penalty box in the shape of Penny Block going to sit down. So now we have Adrenalis coming through on their scoring pass. Just 2 blockers to get past at the front of the pack. F-Bats has to let them go, as does Macbeth. So Adrenalis has come through, grabbed 4 points. We have now lost Greenbergen to the 888 penalty box. We are now losing Macbeth to the 888 penalty box. B, this jam has gone a little bit crazy.
Maybe this is the Chaos Jam.
The Chaos
it's hard
Jam.
to say.
Massive hit there from F-Bats to Adrenalis to the inside. Adrenalis not looking too happy about that. I think she was sort of looking at the officials for maybe some illegal contact, but so far everybody's gone back to the bench. We do have 2 blockers in the 888 penalty box, and we are in B, a 2-point game.
This is amazing, and what a way to wake you up on a Saturday morning, right, Cherry?
Indeed. I thought the coffee was strong, but the roller derby is stronger. I'm quite proud of that, babe. I'm going to write that down.
I think you should do. Okay,
Should we get matching tattoos?
Yeah, okay. 704 Hazard. Don't listen, Mum. 704 Hazard with the start for Rainey. Adele Rainbow for none. Adele pushing forward here, Cherry. Oh, and some beautiful work. 6, 7, 8. MacGyver coming in to try and just sweep out the deadlock of Rainey. It doesn't work out, but it was beautiful to do it. Rainey, though, go on.
It's just getting a little bit messy. We've had a no-pack call because everyone was in like compass points around the track. I think we might need maybe a bit of a timeout or something just to bring this chaos adrenaline down a bit.
Yeah.
We now have a beautiful 2-wall at the front of the back, held by Rainey, but we are losing blockers at every turn.
And we lost a Rainey jammer through the track cut. Hazard just returning to track now, coming in pretty much unopposed though by Nantes, who also got that blocker issue and sitting in the 888 penalty box, Terry.
We do indeed. Beautiful hit there onto Hazard by Adele Rainbow, who is the jammer. I was confused for a second there. The jammer is in their hand. Hazard back to the 888 penalty box. I mean, I'm finding this a little bit chaotic, B, but maybe Nantes just thrive on the chaos.
Maybe they bring the chaos, Cherry.
Like Paris brings the passion.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is fantastic, right? But you've got Hazard sat in the penalty box again, another track cut penalty, which Adele Rainbow essentially pulled on Hazard, right? But now Adele in this pack, but not really looking to attack it in any kind of way that's getting points. I don't know whether Adele's kind of waiting for teammates to come in here or whether they're just regrouping, perhaps putting the brakes on a little bit. But Hazard coming in
a bit hot there. I was a little bit worried for them for a second.
Yeah.
As we saw a blocker hitting the deck.
No, that was the jammer. That was Adele.
Yeah. Oh wow, sorry.
Adele's got star in hand, right?
Okay. Right, should we have a quick recap? Because apologies if we got a little bit unmomented then. So we currently have Nantes didn't pick up any points in that jam as far as I can see. So we're on 36 for Nantes. Rainey picked up 3 in that jam, which considering we had 2 power jams, it's pretty tasty for them.
Yeah, not in their favour.
Against them, sorry. So they picked up 3 points, taking them to 41. We have Ziggy versus Gary, and Ziggy, straight through, but straight to the 888 penalty box as a track cut has been called, which means lead can now go to Gary. Whew. Oh, Gary, a stable pair of hands.
Oh, I don't know about that. Let's see what goes on here, because once again I see Nantes reforming into turn 3, looking to kind of chase the pack. They want a bit of speed, but at the same time now forming up to defend against Gary. That does give opportunity though for Bumram to start picking off one of the Nantes players, looking to get that no back call, but Gary makes it through. And Nantes trying to take F-Bats with them now on this track.
So we have 4 points on the board there for Gary. This power jam is over. Ziggy is back on the track. Little bit of an easier pass there for Gary, taking them to 8 points, as Ziggy's still been held at the back of the pack thanks to some lovely blocking there by Black for Rainy City.
And Ziggy really held at the back here by Bumram Black, and Kate Bush finds the space. F-Bats last line of defence, beautiful sweep to the inside by F-Bats on Ziggy, forcing that recycle in the straightaway, Cherry.
And for the first time in a little while, that 888 penalty box is now empty, and we have everyone on track. Gary, last line of defence, number 6, but we have Valerie coming back in. Valerie, really a bit of a quiet assassin style player at the front of the pack there. The crowd really getting behind Gary now as we have 19 seconds left to go in this jam. They've already picked up 16 points, holding Nantes to 0, and this might be the biggest lead differentiation we've had.
Like this might be the biggest lead difference we've had, 36 plays, 59.
And we've had a timeout called by Rainey, which I'm really not surprised at.
I think we should all have a team timeout sometimes. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, our Jammerline sponsor this weekend is the Sucker Punch Skate Shop. They're the biggest roller derby shop in Europe. Fast shipping, largest stock, expert advice at the best price. That's Sucker Punch Skate Shop. Wow. And I think the person who's getting the most action it's that 888 penalty box. Revolutionising roller derby safety with cutting-edge helmet tech and unrivaled fit options. Stay protected with 888.
There is some wild screaming in the crowd today.
I know that there's a Rainy contingent in the house,
really
so
is.
they are bringing that. But it also looks like I think some of Antwerp are also in the house this morning and just having a good time.
And that's what we're here for, B. A roller derby coffee and good times. We have an empty 888 penalty box. We have all of our officials on the track, or where they're meant to be on the track.
Even your ratty?
Even my ratty. Yes, he's all in today, bless him.
And who have we got on that jammer line? It looks like Fairy Quake for Rainy City and Adrenalis for Nantes. Oh, beautiful.
I feel like I could watch Adrenalis all day. So Adrenalis coming through and grabbing lead. Fairy Quake coming up against MacGyver at the back of the pack. And Adrenalis coming through, grabbing a full complement, grabbing 3 points, for Nantes, but holding Rainy to 0 as well.
Yeah.
Tasty stuff, B.
Yeah, and 100% lead record for Adrenalis.
Oh.
So lead every time, all of the time.
I'm a bit scared of them.
Oh, well, I mean, don't fear them.
I mean, not in real life. I'm
No.
sure they're lovely, and I would share, a crunchy with them.
Yeah, of
I'm
course.
just saying on track, I'd probably like it the
I'd
other
probably
way.
run the other way. Lily Gaskell straight off the line there with a little bit of defensive work against 0082 Adele Rainbow. We saw Adele in a jam a few jams ago.
Yeah.
Very physical jammer. Finds the space though this time. Picks up lead for Nantes.
Loving that. Lily did that shoulder tap thing she does at the start, but we saw, I think it was 53 Buzz, just shrugging it off.
Yeah.
And we've now had a star pass for Rainy over to F-Bats as F-Bats comes around the outside, but Adele Rainbow is in charge of this jam and calls it off and says, I know you'd like to score some points, but you'll have to stay there on the other side.
Well, and you know what? Sometimes that's fair enough, isn't it? Sometimes you can just...
I was trying to make an Adele reference, but then I realised I don't actually know many of their songs.
Oh, right, okay. I wondered where you were going with it, but I didn't want to create a scene.
Tell me some Adele songs. I feel like you know some bangers.
There's something about setting fire to the rain.
Yeah, that one. Oh, set fire to Rainy?
Oh my God.
I mean, that's a bit aggressive,
I don't
isn't
want
it?
to do that. Like, let's calm down. We've had chaos jams. 1-8, Ziggy star pass with the lead for Nantes. 704 Hazard with the star for Rainy. Looking for those spaces, dropped the helmet cover, so presumably was going in for maybe a star pass with Black.
I think they were going for the star pass, but then Black got a bit caught up doing some one-on-one blocking. The helmet cover got dropped.
Yeah.
These things happen. Everyone's, human.
Yeah, flashy strike doing some great work at the back of this pack for Nantes. Star pass once again, unsuccessful, blocked by Greenbergen. So Hazard really having a struggle here.
But Greenbergen with the run back did take a little trip. There's definitely like in Mario Kart, like the oil slick or something.
Yeah.
There's definitely something going on that corner. which meant Hazard could just jump back onto the track. But Ziggy coming through now, 12 points, 12 unopposed points as well, B.
Yeah.
This is tasty as chips, this jam.
Oh, absolutely. And again, once more, 16 points. This is going to be the highest scoring jam now for Nantes in the game so far, I think. And we're checking in with our wonderful producer, the child, for that. But this is gonna, come on, say it, Cherry.
Sorry.
Say it.
Sorry.
Do it, get it out there, go on.
I just wanted to say there was a star pass. So Hazard passed the star over to Black, but with 20 points on the board. And we have a lead change over to Nantes Roller Derby with their 61 points. Rainy are on 59, Nantes are on 61, and an official review has been called by Rainy.
Yeah, an official timeout has been called. So we're going to find out what that's about in a minute. But Cherry, what a...
I think we're actually, it's not an official review, it's now an official, words, Cherry. We saw the signal for official review, the egg in the sky,
Yeah.
but now we're doing shoulder tappies,
Yeah.
so we're saying an official timeout, which I think it has come at a good time because maybe
Maybe everything's a bit...
wild in the aisles.
Yeah, I feel like it is.
What a game though. I mean, if you were thinking like, oh, I might go to IKEA today,
Yeah.
maybe I might go and do a couch to 5k or something. No, I mean, do those things later, obviously. But you were correct to join us this morning.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't go to IKEA when you can come here.
Oh, babe.
No. Okay, 18-18. So Ziggy Starpass with the highest score for Nantes with 20 points.
And that was in that last beautiful jam there. So I can see the captains have gone, the bench coaches, have gone into the middle to speak to Bath, our head ref, and have said no official review has been called, but there was an official timeout. So maybe we're just clarifying a couple of bits and bobs. Have you got another stat for us, Boo?
I have. So that 20-point jam, fantastic. But the highest score before that for Nantes, 4 points.
Oh, it's a bit of a jump.
Yeah. So they've just been, Nantes have just been revving up.
I love them.
Just been getting themselves ready to rumble.
You know how
Cherry.
like you're not meant to have favourites, but I do it every
It's me,
tournament.
isn't
I
it?
mean, you're always my number one. The person who brings me coffee, Ratty.
There's a hierarchy, but I'm at the top.
There's the hierarchy.
Okay, now,
now we're doing an official review. I am loving this clear officiating. Thank you very much, because it's really easy to confuse me and B, but I'm loving this. So, official review, eggs are in the sky. Speculate at home what it's about. We're not allowed to talk about it, we'll get in trouble.
Well, it's not that we get in trouble, it's just that our speculations, Cherry,
Will
to
get
be
us
fair,
nowhere.
We're wild, you know. Come
Wild
on.
child.
We're the wild.
We're like, wild boys.
Yeah, I always think that. That's the immediate thing that I think of when I think of us. Right, okay, let's talk a little bit about what's coming up today.
Yeah.
So, whilst we're waiting for this to come to its natural conclusion, one way or the other. Right, so obviously you're in Rainy v Nantes right now.
I am.
Next is Crime versus Stockholm, which I'm so excited about.
No one's having a sit down during that, are they?
If you're an OG roller derby fan as well, especially European roller derby fan, you'll know about this. Oh, let's go in for that official review.
So Rainy are asking for a cut on the white jammer in that last jam, so they're going to have a little chit chat about that. Carry on, Boo.
So after Crime, so I was saying that Crime v Stockholm, if you're an OG European roller derby fan,
Like we are,
from the dinosaurs, you'll remember how epic some of these games were. The Helsinki Stockholm, and then Crime Stockholm today will be so exciting, I'm sure. Lom v Doc.
Ooh,
That's later on at 1 p.m.
nice.
Central European
The lunchtime
time.
treat.
Yeah, and then Tiger Bay versus Helsinki. Now we did Tiger Bay versus Antwerp
Antwerp.
yesterday, and that was such an exciting game. Love the way Tiger Bay play. Love the way Helsinki play. So I'm really excited to see
Bring
that
them
one.
together.
And then I think it's London versus Toulouse
Ooh.
this afternoon, so super excited by that. And then depending on the outcome of this game and the Crime Stockholm game, it's going to be either Rainy, Stockholm, Crime, Nantes.
It could be any of these four teams playing. But what we know is that you have got a wonderful day of roller derby coming up. You've got some beautiful announcers bringing you all of the games this afternoon. You're in for a treat. Thank you very much for joining us here, keeping European roller derby very much alive.
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
are grateful to have you with us. Yeah. I was trying to think of something really profound to say, and I just said, yeah.
I don't think
instead.
you have to say anything profound. I think what we can talk about right now is what is the situation that Rainey find themselves in. We've got 5.5 minutes left. We've got 59 points for Rainey City, 61 points for Nantes. What are Rainey going to have to do now to really get this?
So,
Oh,
Bath didn't want to talk to us, which I'm not going to say personally. I'm going to assume that the official review was not given, and we're just going to crack on with the game. So we have Gary versus Adrenalis on the jam line.
the official review was cancelled.
Oh,
So,
well, that's new.
well, maybe that was just the way I heard it. So we'll find out. I've asked for a little bit more clarification.
Thank you.
But right now it's Gary versus Adrenalis. Now we've had quite a little bit of time out there, so fresh legs all round here. Time for a new Chaos Jam.
Is it fresh legs, or is it now people going like, oh, I can't remember what we said we were going to do? But every
Adrenalis do.
member of Rainey City there went one-on-one with Adrenalis, but Adrenalis was just like, no, thank you.
Yeah, not today. I'm
No,
okay.
I'm good. But
Thanks,
look
Penny.
at this tripod that's been set up now. We've got Macbeth, Penny, Block, and I can't quite see who that is from over here.
Macbeth, Penny Block. That looks like a charger.
Jenga.
Jenga. Sorry, my eyes. I haven't actually got my glasses on. I'm going to say Jenga.
So they are holding Adrenalis at the back of the pack. Adrenalis now really just kind of like takes a moment, don't they?
Yeah.
They're like, right, okay, I could leg it, but I'm just going to see what I want to do. Checks in with the mirror bench coach,
Yeah.
as we can see sat over there, deciding what they're going to do. Gary has made their way through the pack now. Adrenalis looks over at the track and calls that one off. Lots of communication going on between
Yeah.
jammer, pack and bench coach, which you don't always see, or
Yeah.
you don't see as like visually for us to see that.
Yeah.
But 2 points picked on the board for Nantes, keeps them in the lead at 63. Rainey held at 59. We've only got 3 minutes and a bit left to go in this first half. Low scoring game again, B.
Yeah, really interesting. They looked at times that there was going to be some big runaway moments, but that's not actually transpired. Whenever Rainey have been able to pull forward, Nantes have come back with the answers. Lily Gaskell, though, powering on now, wants to try and get some tasty space between Rainey and Nantes. Picks up lead. Adele Rainbow in the pack for Nantes with Jammerstar being held by Black. Picked up by El Nasser, but finally makes it out. But Lily Gaskell coming down the straightaway lands that hit. And
I knew that was coming.
You had a good feeling coming. Oh my gosh. Comes in, lands that hit, and looks to try and recycle Rainbow into the pack. Rainbow decides not to play. Quite right. I say that, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? If I was Nantes, I'd do the same. And now we're seeing a race.
Run. But Lily comes through, grabs, I think, 1 point at the back of the pack there, calls off that jam. So we see Rainey now go into the lead by 1 point as Nantes are on 63. Rainey picking up 5 points in that jam takes them to 64. We've got 2 minutes and change left to go in this first half. B, do you think we could get another lead change?
Maybe, because Terry, that was the first lead for Rainey in 4 jams.
Oh, Lord.
So, who knows what can happen, but I think that Nantes will be just as hungry as they have been all the way through this first half for a lead change. And it is Ziggy Starpass who's had a lot of success against Rainey's blockers with getting that lead, pushing forward again, finds the space. F-Bat's last line of defence with the push out, trying to hold back as Hazard comes forward, but it is Ziggy Starpass who makes it through to pick up lead.
And Hazard takes a tumble to the outside. Buzz whacking our Hazard to the outside of the track there as Ziggy comes round now, desperately trying to get past that formidable 3-wall of Rainey. Kind of like, felt like they were tricking them a little bit,
Yeah.
pushed them to the outside and ran up that inside. Beautiful jamming there from Ziggy, taking Nantes back into the lead.
I've got to tell you, Buzz,
Please tell
I know
me.
that we've mentioned Buzz a few times in this jam already, but an absolutely fantastic blocker out on track for Nantes.
And what I love is when you get a team, and maybe this is just from me personally talking, I don't know a whole lot about Nantes, and now I'm finding some favourite skaters,
Yeah.
which I can't wait to then see in other things.
Yeah.
Other things as in roller derby. I'm not
Yeah,
like going
obviously.
to creep after them.
Tesco.
Yeah.
Kate
Yeah.
Push with that knockout on Ziggy Starpass into I'm so sorry, Ziggy Starpass into turn 2. You're just going to pin Ziggy there. F-Bats has took the star for Rainey, and a little bit of penalty trouble for Nantes sees one less blocker out on track. And honestly, with the way that these blockers are playing for Nantes, one less is all you can ask for, isn't it, at times?
And we've had did you mention the star pass?
I did.
Sorry, I've
That's
looked
all
out the
right.
window.
You can say it again.
So F-Bats there at the front of the pack, battling their way through, but Ziggy star pass coming through. And is that Macbeth again?
Yeah.
Last sign of defence at the front of the pack.
Yeah.
But
Macbeth,
sadly,
yeah.
it was a bit out. Was it out of play? I think it was. So
Yeah.
they are now sitting down in the Triple Eight penalty box. We have a blocker apiece in the Triple Eight penalty box, except now Flash Blondie has been released. Ziggy Stardust pulls off that jam. I'm just going to take a little second to wait for the jam refs to pop in their scores. So, with 4 points picked up in that jam for Rainey, they are on 68 points.
Yeah.
And the mascots are with us here, B, with 15 points picked up there. Nantes are on 78. It's a 10-point game, and that is your intermission. And B, I think we need an intermission, don't
I
we?
need an intermission. I need to lie down. I got to be honest. This has been such a great first half. What a way to kick off day 2. We'll be back in 15 minutes.
See you in a sec.
This here in just under 15 minutes. We'll do it all over again, shall we?
Ooh, all of that was great. If we don't use it, it's just because I can't get it into the thing. But all of that was absolutely fantastic. Just keep doing that. Yeah.
And I'm trying to get a better pencil because this one is like.
Yeah. Ask Billy might have a pencil. Hi Billy, do you have a pencil? Yeah.
I'm going to get some coffee, baby.
Pen would be good. Yeah, I do want one. Well, you do get, I need a read.
You got Charlie? Ziggy Starbucks was my favourite. Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. It was just so funny. Right, Ziggy Starbucks. Ziggy Starbucks. Oh my god, that start where we were like, hello. Dunno.
Let's go every 5 minutes. We've got nothing to say.
You what, sorry, darling?
My team has a game today in Hamburg,
Oh, wow.
and we have like Bundesliga, which is, yeah, I don't know, the regional championship thing which goes on. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, it's fun. And my coach's mom is disappointed that I'm not there.
Oh, no.
I was like, that's fine.
You're like,
I'm having fun and learning stuff.
oh, that's good.
And I'm going to track stuff like that. And
Who
our
are they
next-
playing? What's your team called, sorry?
St. Pauli Roller Derby.
called-
Hamburg. St. Pauli Roller Derby.
San Poli.
Yeah.
And where are you based? Hamburg.
Hamburg. Yes.
Yeah.
And Hamburg got 2 teams, and St. Pauli is the original one and
Oh,
the better
nice.
one.
Oh, very nice.
Definitely better one. I mean, we have some people from Hart here also.
Yeah. Would you ever merge, do you think?
Yeah, we were one thing and then got split, and yeah.
Because my team used to be, we had one team in Birmingham in England, then they split and became 2 teams, and then for about 10 years we were 2 split teams, and now we've just reformed to create one team again. So it's quite nice.
I know it happened somewhere in France
Yeah.
too. I think it was Nantes.
It could
I'm
be.
not sure, but I think it was Nantes who merged back together. But I don't think that our teams will merge back together because the conflict isn't cleared yet,
Yeah.
and it's since 5 years.
Oh my god.
Okay. Do we want to talk about the official review, or we just? Okay. Yeah, we're 1 minute to go, babes. Yeah, but we're going in at 2, aren't we? Well, I told them to. Come on, Ziggy Starbus, let's go.
Bear messaged and said,
Can you both shut the
Bridgerton
fuck up?
called. Can they have their outfits back?
Who called?
Bridgerton. Can they have their night dress
Bridgerton?
back? Bridgerton called. Can they have their night dress back?
Look at Curly Haw, just like, I am Stockholm.
You know that your head is not normal? No one's is. If your helmet size is a small, but your teammate's size is an extra large, wearing the same helmet shell doesn't just look kind of funny. The functionality of the EPS foam and how it disperses impact energy is compromised.
The 888 certified sweat saver comes in better shell size options than our leading competitor.
Giving
Oh, we're back for the game of the century, Cherry.
Honestly, what a game this has been. The in-house crowd are getting riled up for this because we have a 10-point difference in this game and a 10-point difference in favour of Nantes. Now again, I don't want it to sound like I've got some beef with Rainey or something.
Oh yeah,
It's just a surprise.
it is a surprise.
And as a sports fan, I'm loving it.
Listen, I'm not mad about this surprise at all. We've seen some fantastic roller derby this morning. The first 30 minutes of this game were physical, fast-paced, lots of strategy going on. Really, really exciting to watch. Everything that you want from day 2, game 1 in a tournament, right?
more.
And more
And
besides. More besides. Of course, whoever wins this game will be going on to potentially play Crime tonight. They could also be playing Stockholm, or they could. So it's like, it's the final game of Saturday evening.
Ooh.
And as a wise person said to me this morning, you don't win a tournament on a Saturday, but you certainly can lose the tournament on a Saturday.
Ooh, who
so
said that to you?
I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's Gretchen Little, who's far more clever than I am at this.
That is true.
We're straight back into this now. We've got 30 seconds to go, and I know that Rainey are riled up on their bench, and I know just walking past Nantes there, they were really, really focusing in and getting ready to do some more of that work. So as we move slowly towards trackside, just talk a little bit about those penalties. 27 penalties in total so far in this game, Cherry. 15 for Rainey, 12 for Nantes. So actually pretty equal.
Alrighty then, and we are hot into this first jam. Gary legging it out of the track, but it is Ziggy Star-Pass who comes through and grabs lead for Nantes. And as you said, both teams' benches were really getting riled up, ready for this.
Yeah.
Fair play Nantes for coming out strong.
And this is a kind of a redo of the final jam of the first half, right? So both jammers, the same ones. Ziggy is lead, as you said. Gary took a reset there, found the space through, so he's completed the initial. Gary's on that second scoring pass now, coming in, but not with a little bit of penalty trouble, light on the pack. Ziggy doesn't seem to mind about that, able to get past 3 of them and call off that jam.
But that does ice 2 of our Nantes blockers into the Triple 8 penalty box, so Rainey will be starting this next jam with the pack advantage, as we see Lily lining up against 017 Iron Duc. What a name! Iron Duc. Say it in your northern accent.
Iron Duc.
Iron Duc.
Alright, Iron Duc. Iron Duc and Lily Gaskell.
Alright, Baba.
That's how I talk in real life, everybody, just in case you wondered. So Lily Gaskell straight off the line here, looking for the spaces. As we said, Nantes with that micro pack. Works out well for Lily, who picks up lead. Iron Duc looking to star pass. That is to 035. Flashy strike. Flashy picked up by the Rainey blockers though, up by the pivot line as Lily Gaskell speeds on by, picking up 4 extra points for Rainey. So Cherry, how are we going to see this lead change now?
Maybe not in this jam, although it is ever so close. Gaskell now with 8 points on the board, 76 playing 85. We have everybody out of the Triple 8 penalty box. Flashy strike now with the star on hand, looking to score, but I've got a feeling that in about 2 seconds, Lily's going to call it off.
Yeah. And actually there was a little bit of a collision between Flashy Strike and one of their own skaters, 017, Iron Duc. So Iron Duc kind of turned around to offer some support, I think was working against Abby Black. That 10 points though takes Rainey City up to 78. Nantes roller derby now on 85.
Been told we're not standing close enough to the microphone.
We're not.
Sorry, everybody.
We'll stand closer.
I just feel like I'm doing ASMR, like a weird TikTok.
Okay, straight back into the action. Fairy Quake with the star, but it is Adrenalis wearing the star for Nantes. And Cherry, 100% lead rate in the first half.
Keep that. I mean, it's nerve-wracking, isn't it? If you've got 100% at something, to keep that going now.
Yeah.
But I am loving watching Adrenalis coming through now. Up against quite a formidable wall there. You've got Penny Block leading the charge.
Yeah.
And Adrenalis just saying like, no, I'm coming through.
Yeah.
However, Penny Block with the one-on-one blocking now, holding Adrenalis at the back of the pack. While we see Fairy Quake having a similar sort of situation up at the front. Does manage to get past all of the blockers now, so that's Fairy Quake's initial.
Yeah.
Now she's coming up for scoring, but Adrenalis is in charge of this jam and calls it off. So 2 points on the board there for Nantes, taking them to 87.
Yeah.
And Rainey City held at 78. It's another palindrome score, big.
It is. There we go.
If you have a palindrome, you have to do a high five with your non-high five in hand. Ready?
Oh God.
Again.
Third time lucky. Third time's a charm. I also was really worried we were going to sustain an injury.
And we have got hot coffee on this table, which is probably the worst idea we've ever had.
We have, yeah. Not that we're made of good ideas. Ziggy Starpass up against Gary once again, a familiar matchup now. Ziggy Starpass escorted to the inside, forced to recycle back, but also Gary as well. And now Starpass finds that space, Terry, but is not lead. Gary also out of the pack. I don't think, or is eligible for lead. Picks it up and immediately calls off that jam.
clever strategy there of knowing sometimes something as simple as being like, no, lead is still open, I can grab it, I can call it off. Very lovely.
Yeah.
We have a lovely empty AAA penalty box at the moment as well, so we can have everybody up on track. And our jammers for this jam number 4, is going to be Lily, and they are going up against Iron Duck.
Iron Duck stood just behind the Sucker Punch skate shop jammer line. I couldn't remember what it was called then. Skate line.
Skate line, why not?
Like Dateline with less murder. Lily Gaskell coming in on the inside line, takes a tumble, doesn't recover as quickly as Iron Duck is able to get out of that pack, Cherry. So Iron Duck and Nantes take the lead.
Very clever blocking there from Nantes as well. Noticing F-Bats was the pivot. Lily Gaskell took the star off straight away onto the pivot.
Yeah.
Isolate them. Again, it's simple stuff, but it's so effective.
Yeah.
F-Bats now has the star in hand, but is at the back of the pack. Again, thanks to some beautiful blocking from Nantes. And as I say this, I think they're about to break through, and they have. And F-Bats is through on their initial.
Yeah, fantastic work there, but Nantes able to call off the jam because they are in the driving seat. And Rainey looking for an official review here on that last period of play. Nantes, though, picking up 4 points, takes them to 91, Cherry. They're tickling the 100 mark.
Oh, as you should.
Rainey held at 78. We've only had just under 6 minutes left of this. 6 minutes left of this. 6 minutes gone of this second half, Cherry.
I'm listening with my eager ears to hear what is going to be happening for the official review. And of course, because we are here in beautiful European roller derby, as soon as I'm trying to listen to something, the crowd starts to go wild for their teams.
I love that, the cheering section there for Nantes.
But I also love the kind of worldwide rule of we do 6 cheers and then we're quiet.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
enough.
Okay. It's like, no, you do it once.
Yeah, exactly. You've done it and then it's done.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let's put that away now.
Yeah. Okay, so it looks like the officials have got all of the information that they require. And just checking in with the team benches there. Rainey keeping it chill. Viv having some communications with stats and bats. Rainey with the stats team here today. I was told to mention them.
Aww.
So there we go.
All righty then, let's have a listen for the official review.
Rainey is requesting a backlog on the right jam.
Thank you.
Beautiful bath. Rainey requesting a back block on the Nantes jammer.
It's in the white jammer caused a back block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I say it the wrong way around?
No, but you probably didn't. I just probably heard it the wrong way, and then I thought, oh, that's like you saying, can I have a penalty, please?
Oh, excuse me.
Tasty.
Can I have a penalty?
I've been bad. I went to another dimension.
Okay, we'll pull that back from there. So we're going to check in now and see what the officials have reviewed.
Although I did see the Nantes bench coach kind of do like a thumbs up, like, it's okay. Let's have a listen then, Baz.
No call stands.
The no call stands. You were quite wise with your eyes there, Cherry.
Okay, so judging by the fact that no jammer has got to take a seat in the box,
I'm going to have a sip of coffee, babe. Keep talking.
Okay, I'll talk while you drink coffee. Number 81, Fairy Quake with the star for Rainey. Adrenalis with that 100% lead rate for Nantes, pushing forward. Unabomber, Abby Black and Jenga all to pass. Beautiful bridging by Rolo as Fairy Quake looks to find those spaces. Knocked to the inside though, going to be recycled. That is Green Bergen who is standing in Fairy Quake's way, but it is Fairy Quake picks up lead. Adrenalis also out though and looking to chase down Fairy Quake, Cherry.
And we have 3 blockers in the AAA penalty box. A pivot apiece for both of our teams and another blocker for Nantes. We see Fairy Quake call off that jam then for Rainy City. I'm just going to take one little quick second to look at the board. Nantes unable to score in that jam. Just waiting to see what Emka puts up on the board for Fairy Quake. Does that mean that Adrenalis' 100% lead is gone?
Yeah.
Gone, baby, gone.
Yeah, Adrenalis' 100% lead is now...
Oh, but I mean, to keep that going for 37 minutes of the game. Very impressive. And we saw 2 points picked up in that jam there for Rainey. So we see Rainey with 80, Nantes with 91, and Ziggy Star Pass coming through and grabbing a very quick lead in jam number 7.
Yeah, and fantastic really, because Nantes did have 2 blockers in that penalty box, in the 888 penalty box. So Ziggy Star Pass, really a jammer who can do it all. Knocked out though by F-Bats, forced to call off that jam, perhaps a little bit shorter than they would have liked. 3 points picked up by Nantes, creeping ever closer to that 100 mark.
They are both tickling the century B, but who is going to slap it?
Well, I think at this point I would say you would think none, but actually what we've seen is from our wonderful producer, The Child, is that lead jammer has switched every time between each team, each jam. So it could be Lily Gaskell's turn to be lead jammer. And indeed it is.
It is. Very lovely Kismet way of announcing. And we've had a star pass from Iron Duck over to,
It's Adele Rainbow.
Oh, Adele Rainbow. Rolling in the deep.
Yeah. And you know what we see with Adele, that physicality again, coming up now at the front with Una Bomber, joined by Abby Black. That looks like El Nasser also in attendance, just keeping Adele Rainbow to the back.
Now, Adele has knocked out Lily Gaskell and he's given it a bit back of what we saw a minute ago, been recycled to the back of the pack. We are in a reverse jam. Lily looks over, shall I call it? And the Rainy Bench coach says, yeah, we've had enough of this.
Yeah.
Interesting though, interesting that, not saying that Rainey owned that tactic, but when you see a tactic happen on you and then a couple of jams later you're like, the North remembered.
Yeah.
Nantes are kind of North France, aren't they? Like north over here somewhere?
I'm not going to say anything. I don't want to annoy a whole country with my lack of geography. Look, I failed my geography GCSE, Cherry. Let's not push it. I would also say that time's not on the side for Rainey because they are not in lead. So these kind of tactics, really, they're not things that they want to engage in right now. They need to be scoring points.
They do, but you're not going to score points when you're sat on the floor, Fairy Quake. Being hit off there by Flashy Strike. Beautiful blocking here. Someone is being sent off for a multiplayer, and I think it was in the efforts of holding back Fairy Quake. Still no lead called as both of our jammers held at turn 1. But of course, as I say, that Fairy Quake comes through and grabs lead, almost taking 30 seconds to get a lead.
And that's Adrenalis there, who is jamming for Nom and not able to get through the deadlock of Macbeth and Bumram as Fairy Quake powers on. Nantes now looking to support F-Bats last line of defence. F-Bats trying to escort Adrenalis out, not able to do it. But Fairy Quake comes into the apex of turn 1 and 2, and once again Greenbergen, an absolute powerhouse of a blocker for Nantes.
Really is. Really seeing a lot of these, as I said, personally don't know a whole lot about Nantes, so wonderful to see these players and seeing what they can bring to the table. What I do know about Nantes, the places though, don't they have like a big elephant structure? That's like a big thing they have in the city. You can go and have your picture taken next to. 4-point game.
Yeah, 4-point game, 90 points, 7 points picked up in that last jam there. So 90 points for Rainey now, 94 for Nantes. And even Stevens on those penalties, Cherry. So both teams with 17 penalties.
And to be fair, Bev, that's quite low for this like 40 minutes into the game.
Well, Abby Black keeping Ziggy Star Pass at bay. Have Rainey found a solution to the Ziggy Star Pass problem?
Nope.
Rollo last line of defence. Nope, they haven't.
Ziggy coming through now, leads Star Pass over to Black for Rainey City. We're still in a 4-point game. We still have just under 20 minutes to go. But Ziggy Star Pass, last line of defence, Una Bomber, comes through, excuse me, and grabs 4 points.
Well, they pick up those points for Nantes, but I think Rainey there also picked up 2 points along the way. So we're holding it to a 6-point game now. Nantes roller derby on 98, Rainey City on 92. Abby Black's first time, I think, jamming in this half as a pivot jammer. And, fantastic to have Abby with us. I think one of the newer team members for Rainey, so hasn't experienced this level of WFTDA tournament before. But so happy to see them out on track, as we are to see Lily Gaskell and Iron Duc, both jammers of note. But it is Lily Gaskell who picks up lead first of all. Iron Duc being pinned by Bumram and Kate Push. Lily Gaskell going forward. Valerie unable to contain. And Bunram was last line of defence for Flashy Strike, who's took the star for none in a star pass. And now Iron Duck looking to slow down Lily Gaskell. Lily Gaskell choosing to call off that jam instead. 4 points picked up, inching towards that 2 points. Cherry,
yes.
A few jams ago, you might remember we were like, who's going to reach 100 first? And nobody's reached 100 first. In now, how many jams have we been held under 100, but close to 100? I'm going to say like 3 jams. We've had 3 jams where everybody is just within licking distance of 100, but nobody's got there yet.
Can't just lick it, you've got to grab it. And here's Adrenalis coming through, looking to be the grabber of the 100 points. But Fairy Quake for Rainy City comes through, grabs lead. Adrenalis fighting with Black at the front of the pack, but comes through now, ready for their initial. Fairy Quake coming in hot with those hips on the side, tries to break through the wall of 2 there. Isn't able to do that, and then calls off the jam. But did they pick up enough points to grab that 100? B, they didn't. 2 points on the board. We are in a tied game scenario.
It's even Stevens all round here. Do you want grey hairs? Because if you would like grey hairs, then you can watch this game again and again, and you will get them. It's always Gary and Ziggy. Ziggy is a combo, says our producer, the child, and they are not wrong. So we're going to see this matchup again. Now, Rainy have got a problem here. They can't contain Ziggy.
They've got a what, sorry?
They've got a problem because they can't contain Ziggy. They've not found an answer. And here we see Ziggy coming up the outside line, steps back in. This is now F-Bats and Macbeth, last line of defence. F-Bats going 1-on-1 here, but Ziggy finds those spaces.
They sure do, be, as we see. Right, where's Gary? Right, I was like, where are those shorts gone? Yeah. At the back of the pack, last line of defence there for Valerie, for Nantes. Comes through now, but Ziggy's already on their scoring pass. Gets their hips around F-Bats. I'm not sure they got the full compliment. No, they did. So, B, that 100 mark has been slapped.
There you go.
Yeah, that'll do. That's a better one.
Woo! That was a high five, in case you didn't realise what was happening back at home. It wasn't.
Child been strangled. It's just us high fiving.
Yeah. What an interesting period of play that was. And I just want to say, like, Dead, number 6, blocker for Nantes, doing some fantastic unsung hero work in that pack.
And then beautiful work now. We have Lily Gaskell coming round the outside. Beautiful work here from Nantes, but Lily is through and grabbing lead. We had a little bit of penalty trouble for Nantes as we had 2 blockers sat in the 888 penalty box. This is now down to 1. And where is Adele? I can't.
Adele Rainbows took the star off it, star in hand once again. I don't think we've seen a star pass yet, but just star in hand. Yeah. And you can see now silver helmet there, caught between Rollo and Black at the front of this pack, bridged by Una Bomber on the straightaway between turns 2 and 3. And number 53, Buzz, once again really looking to knock out Lily Gaskell, joined by 44, Green Bergen of Nantes. Real powerhouses against Lily. And finally, 678 MacGyver with that knockout forces the call off.
Yeah, some really big hits there on to Lily. And while Lily was getting some big hits, she also picked up a whole ton of points. So we are in lead change scenario once more, B. We have Nantes Roller Derby with 102 points, but in the lead by 3, we have Rainy City Roller Derby on 105. We have just a quarter of this game left to go. And B, as you said, if you didn't want stress, wrinkles and grey hair, turn off now.
Yeah, exactly. 105 plays 102. Cherry, it's a lead change. It's not a comfortable lead change.
No, not at all.
It's not comfortable for either team, right?
But one team have thought this has been quite clever. Nantes just called a timeout and gone, Rainy, we see your momentum. Yeah. We neutralise.
Yeah, we see that you're on a roll. We want to just pour some chilly waters on that. Right, so more stats for you.
Hit us.
Main penalties, forearm penalty in this game. 11 penalties, forearm penalties have been called. Oof. 5 for Rainy, 6 for Nantes. So
pretty even, Stephen.
I think if we think about the kind of physical play that we're seeing out on track, it's going to lend itself to those kinds of penalties, Cherry, because we've got a lot of very collapsing walls, difficult to get shoulders in, so you do end up with trying to swim through the pack.
We've got Nantes fans in the house. Yes.
Okay, team timeout comes to an end. Who've we got on the sucker punch skate shop jammer line?
We have Fairy Quake, and they will be going up against Iron Duc. We have Black sitting in the 888 penalty box, so we have the pack advantage. We'll sit with Nantes at the moment. Fairy Quake looking like a predator, getting right down low there, looking to come through. Penny Block hitting Iron Duc to the inside. Fairy Quake doing what Fairy Quake does best, which is something I don't physically know how your legs can do that, like an inside apex jump thingy.
Yeah.
Coming through now, looking to score. The star pass has gone over to Flashy Strike for Nantes as Fairy Quake comes through now. Tap of the hips. Woo. Not allowing Nantes to score there and picking up, I think that's 3 points now. 4 points, sorry. Full complement for Rainey. So we have 102 taking on 109. Black is still stood up in the 888 penalty box for Rainey, so another pack advantage goes to Nantes as we see Gary versus Adrenalis.
So that's a different matchup because we've not seen these two jammers before.
Oh,
necessarily. Now, Adrenalis, traditionally we saw with Fairy Quake, Adrenalis lost that 100% lead rate, but here we might see a bit more success as Adrenalis comes on the free with Jenga, Unabomber and Rolo up front, bridged by Black. Gary held by a 3-wall at the back of the pack. And Adrenalis looking for the in, sees space on the outside, Rolo shuts that down. All the action happening here between turns 1 and 2, Cherry.
Adrenalis there with the shoulder hits into the blockers. You don't often see jammers doing their own defense like this, and your video has not paused, B. It's just no one is moving, but Adrenalis has been given lead at the front of the pack there. Still in play, but as this pack gets pulled back, hang on, I need to see where this pack is. There we go, we've now got the pack. Gary coming up the inside, but not lead. Lead sits with Adrenalis.
Put 2 blockers in the penalty box for Nantes. 1 blocker for Rainey, and Adrenalis checking in with the bench. Adrenalis, I'm not sure even realised that lead was being given to them.
I don't know whether they were trying to run the box down because 2 of their pals are sat down in the 888 box, but it did stop Gary from scoring, so very lovely stuff indeed.
Yeah.
I am living for this aggression, B. My shoulders hurt just from watching this.
Oh yeah, my shoulders are totally up by my ears here. Like, I am feeling it.
All right, then we have 2 of Nantes in the penalty box. We have 1 of Rainey. We have Lily versus Ziggy Starpass at the front of the pack. Both jammers coming up against some formidable blockers, but it is Ziggy Starpass B who comes through and grabs lead with the pack disadvantage.
Yeah. Because Ziggy Starpass really able to make those moves and make that space without having to rely on the blockers. That's what we've seen. And I guess one of the reasons why Rainey's jammer hasn't been as successful is because Nantes blockers have been able to purely concentrate on the Rainey jammer.
Indeed, and that was beautiful jam there for Nantes, picking up 3 points and not allowing Rainey to score. So we have a 105 for Nantes, we have Rainey on 109. We have just over 10 minutes left to go in this first game. And Who knew this is what we were going to get up for this morning? I am loving this game.
Loving life right now. First game, day 2 of this 3-day tournament. It is the European Regionals, WFTDA of course.
And we are very happy to have you with us. And I think someone else is very happy is Iron Duc coming through now. Not seeing them do a whole ton of jamming, quite a lot of star passing, but beautiful work. They're coming through and looking to score.
Yeah, Fairy Quake with the star for Rainey also coming in. Iron Duc though listening in, completely zoned into the bench and able to call off that jam.
I was a bit worried for a second then that Iron Duc didn't know to call it off because they were so in the thick of blocking, but whatever's going on, whatever communication strategy they've got, because you can't really hear a lot of shouting.
No.
So whether it's visuals, whether it's little keywords or whispers in the wind, but their communication is lovely. And once more we see I see your momentum, so I'm going to crush it. This time Rainey calling the timeout as we are in a 1-point game, B.
Yeah, those 3 points picked up by Nantes in that last jam takes them to 108. Rainey City on 109. And as you say, 10 minutes left. So Rainey calling that timeout. And during this timeout, we'd like to say a very big thank you to 187 Killer Pads, worn by the most pros in the world. If you skate, you know why.
I do.
Let's hear it for a 1-point game, everyone.
Well, the crowd here slowly started to fill up at the arena. Obviously, first point of the morning, maybe the crowd wasn't that big, Cherry. But then I think word got around that this was an amazing game, and also people just got up. Now we're starting to see the arena fill out, and certainly lots of noise, lots of sound going on here.
And then remind me, B, what game have we got after this? Because I can see Crime City. There's a few of them. There's lovely pink, purple, and yellow tops ready to rock.
Yeah, it's Crime versus Stockholm coming up after this game.
Oh, that's not going to be good. Yeah, I wouldn't bother.
Yeah, just go back to bed.
Yeah.
Absolutely never.
Never, yeah.
It's gonna be absolutely fantastic.
Oh, Adrenalis right up the inside. Was there even any track for them to skate on, or did they just glide? Coming up the inside, but now having to do defense as Gary coming round. 2 tripods have been set up in Tripod City over on corner 1, but Adrenalis beat through and grabbing lead almost against all the odds there.
Yeah, really, I think, what we see from Adrenalis is kind of like a wait and skate.
Oh, yeah.
So stepping back, just assessing the situation and then making those moves.
That makes them more scary to me.
Yeah.
Like when someone shouts at you but they use a quiet voice.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like the Terminator, but on roller skates.
Oh, yeah. F-Bats having a little dance there with Adrenalis. But Adrenalis is in the lead jam position, grabs 4 points, calls it off, and we have had another lead change, B. So Nantes with 112 points, Rainey with 109. We've got 9 minutes left to go in this game. I don't know how many more lead changes we can get. B, I don't know how many more lead changes my little heart can take.
I am feeling very similar, but let me just tell you this. As we see Lily Gaskell lining up, and that does look like, is that Ziggy also on the line?
It is indeed.
Right, okay, so Ziggy has a 76% lead rate for Nantes. Lily is a 63% lead rate for Rainey, but it is Ziggy showing that data is never wrong, Cherry.
Never wrong, always trust the numbers. Coming through now, looking to score, and not only are they looking to score, they are looking to be the only jammer on track, as Lily Gaskell has been sent to the 888 penalty box. So Ziggy now being sent to the 888 penalty box. So Lily is released now. We are in a power jam switcheroo. This jam will run for the full 2 minutes. We've got 1 minute 20 left of that to go. But Buzz, you shouted them out earlier, B. Massive smack there onto Gaskell to the inside.
Yeah.
These are words we don't say very often, is it?
No. And as Ziggy Starpass is back on track and in play. Rainey looking to contain, but being dragged forward here. El Nasser with the bridge. Rollo, Unabomber, Black, last line of defense. And again, Ziggy Starpass literally pushing that tripod forward to get through and pick up those points. Meanwhile, Lily held at the back of this pack, really looking for some support from teammates to try and get on through.
Lily with this track cut, beautiful run back there. I believe it was our pal Buzz there, sending Lily back to the 888 penalty box. We're still running this jam, so Lily will come back out again if they have to serve the full 30 seconds. Ziggy coming through now, already 8 points on the board, taking Nantes to 120. Rainey's still unable to score in this jam. But those Rainey blockers, we know them, we love them. Saying to Ziggy, look, fair, but we ain't going to make this easy for you.
Yeah, exactly. And just a little bit left at time, and Nantes bench certainly saying keep it cool, just let the clock run, don't do anything,
no crazies,
keep it cool. Yeah. As the jam comes to an end, Lily Gaskell is released from that 888 penalty box, so this means that there won't be a power jam start for Nantes, but certainly damage done there to that differential, Cherry. 11 points picked up by Nantes, takes them to 1-2-3, Rainey City on 109.
We've only got 6 minutes left to go in this game. We have got a full complement of Nantes players on the track. We have Unabomber sat in the 888 penalty box, so Fairy Pike is with the pack disadvantage, but look at that stance, like a roller derby trophy, ready to go. Fairy Quake coming round the outside, meets the sort of chest of, is that Green Bergen? Yes, it is. Yeah. Gets recycled to the back of the pack, while we have Iron Duck at the front there, being held off by F-Bats. Both jammers having a really tough start to this jam number 21. As I said, 6 minutes left to go in this game. And Iron Duck for Nantes Roller Derby is through for lead.
Yeah, Rainey haven't scored for 6 jams so far, Cherry. So it's going to start to feel the pressure in that now in terms of those jammers and what they need to do to perform here. Obviously, both teams want to win. And at the moment, Nantes certainly looking in that winning position.
Beautiful stuff there from Nantes. 3 points picked up, taking them to 126 points. Rainey with 109. We've got just over 5 minutes left to go. Strap yourselves in for this final 5 minutes,
Honestly,
kids.
strap me in for the final 5 minutes, because I don't know if I've got brain and heart enough to deal with the amazingness that I'm seeing in my eyeballs. Nantes are absolutely blowing me away with their strategy, their strength, and their single determination and focus in this game, Cherry.
Yeah, I'm absolutely loving it. And both of our jammers, tripods, have been engaged. We see Gary at the front of the pack, being held off by number 53, Buzz. We see Adrenalis at the back of the pack being held by number 56. That is
El Nasser.
El Nasser. Why didn't I know who that was?
But you know, it's the similarities between the two teams, isn't it?
Imagine if they joined forces, babe.
Imagine, it would be like a mega team, wouldn't it? Here we see Gary now pushing forward. Rollo looking to come in as the wrecking ball. Gives Gary the opportunity. Lead jam to them. Adrenalis is escorted out by Black.
And Black is going to get an escort to the 888 penalty box for a high block there onto Adrenalis to the outside of the pack. Whilst that is lovely, it doesn't really help Adrenalis, who is stuck behind that Rainy wall. Starts to do a little bit of defence, but Gary with those magical green shorts round the outside picks up the full complement. We have 126, 113 at the moment. 4 minutes left to go. We are losing blockers almost every turn, as Rainy have 2 in the 888 penalty box. And a star pass over from Adrenalis. It goes over to Adele Rainbow. 45 seconds left to go in this jam, but Gary is your lead jammer. And I have a feeling that as they come past one more skater, they might call it off. However, while that was happening, Adele Rainbow comes up against a 2-wall of Rainy and picks up 4 points for themselves, B.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic work by Adele Rainbow here, and we're seeing penalties aplenty for both teams. Rainy with 2 blockers in the penalty box, 1 for none as Adele Rainbow comes through. Abby Black looking to just keep the non-blockers at bay, trying to contain them so that there's a clear pass for Gary to come through. As Nantes jammer comes in, Rollo last line of defence, and Gary checking in with what's going on, chooses to call off that jam. Well, 8 points apiece, but I think maybe 10 points apiece, or maybe even 11 points apiece there, yeah.
So Adele Rainbow has gone to the penalty box as the jammer, I believe, for Nantes in that very last passage of play. So Lily Gaskell, who's on the Sucker Punch Skate Shop jam line, is going to be your only jammer. We've had 11 points picked up a piece in that jam. We are in a 17-point difference. We have less than 3 minutes left to go. The power jam has started, but not really putting the stoppers in on Lily Gaskell, but Lily said no way, Jose. Comes through and grabs lead as we go into what is potentially one of the last couple of jams of this game. Gaskell coming in there, last line, one more blocker to get past, but that non-pack B, they take no prisoners.
Honestly, they are well serious about it, not even joking around. Number 11, Valerie, such a standout blocker.
And the power jam now is over. Adele Rainbow coming back onto the track, being met by the hips of Penny Block. What an invitation that is for sure. Were you going to say something? Sorry, Bay, I just was chatting away.
No, I appreciate you chatting. I thought it was really insightful. I was just going to let you know that that last jam where both teams scored has been the only time in the entire game where both teams have posted a score at the same time.
Oh, hello.
a double score.
Lily Gaskell coming through there with the inside apex jump thingy Maruli. Picks up 4 points. We are my tummy can't take this.
I was going to say, let's just do a little period clock check-in here. We've got 1 minute 40 on the clock. Rainy City posting 8 points, takes them to 128. None on 137, and it is Power Jam in favour of None.
As Lily sits down in the 888 penalty box. We still have 30 seconds of this jam. There is no lead, so this will keep running out. Lily has already posted 8 points for Rainy. Nantes still not able to score in this jam. Adele Rainbow, where are you? I can't see you.
I think it's been passed to Flashy Strike.
It has
you can
indeed.
see here 035. Lily Gaskell did pick up a cut track penalty, and obviously Nantes very clear here that they also don't want to pull a penalty. So it's time to be careful. There's a minute left on this clock. Lily Gaskell comes in again.
And a back block sent on to Lily Gaskell, going back to that 888 penalty box. I mean, I love the aggression and you come in hot, but if you come in too hot, you go into the box.
Yeah.
So, B, we really have very little time left on the period clock. I think we're into the minutes, if not seconds.
Yeah.
Rainy City Roller Derby, 128.
Yeah.
Nantes Roller Derby, 137. Ziggy Starpass is lining up on the Sucker Punch Skate Shop jam line to be the only jammer on the track, B.
Yeah. It is official review happening here. That's been called by None, I believe. So we're going to see what's going to happen here. As you said, Lily is in that penalty box. This is a Power Jam start for None. It is the final jam of this game.
Interesting to see what Nantes have called the official review for, unless they've called it as a timeout.
No, I think they had a timeout left available to them. So
maybe it's a score issue. I'm just thinking it's quite, just as a visual, when the opposing jammer's in the box.
Yeah.
Why are you worried? What's your beef?
Well, yeah, interesting thought, isn't it? Because while Lily's sat there, Lily's cooling down, Lily's resting her legs. Do you really want that? Saying that, Lily is not, the only standout jammer here.
No, not at all.
And certainly for Nantes, they've got Ziggy Starpass on the line, who we've seen has had so much success for Nantes in this game, and really been able to be that difference and score changer for Nantes. So, I mean, how many points difference have we got here? 9 points.
Well done. Is it?
Is it? 128?
Yeah.
9 points?
Yeah, it's one less.
All right, okay. 9 points.
Yeah.
So, 2 and a bit passes.
2 and a bit.
If you keep the other jammer scoreless.
I don't know if I'm ready.
If you're Rainy. Or if you're None, you get lead and call off the jam.
Yeah. Ooh,
it's all for you, isn't it, at that point? It's all in for None, really.
It really is. I hate the expression, it's yours to lose.
I don't believe that None... I'm not going to say that.
Yeah.
Because you never know. As in, you never know what's going to happen.
Indeed. Remember that last game when you had to eat humble pie?
Do you remember when I nearly had to eat humble pie?
I did.
Hey, listen, I don't mind that.
I don't at all. I enjoyed watching it. A massive thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors helping us bring this European WFTDA tournament to you today. We have 888, we have 187 killer pads, we have Crash Course, and we have Skate and Create Factory. And we, of course, do a massive shout out to our beautiful hosts at Crime City Rollers here in the beautiful Malmo, looking after us all wonderfully, all the skilled volunteers here today. I've never been looked after so brilliantly in my life.
Well, yeah, absolutely fantastic host. Oh, we're going to hear from Bath now about that official review.
Nantes is asking to approve the backlog call for an extension of the Power Jam.
Ah, interesting. Maybe one we could have thought about. Why would you call a penalty official review while you've got the opposing jammer in the box? They have asked for the back block that Lily picked up to be raised up to an expulsion.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, interesting.
All right.
I'm going to remember that one for next time. Why would you call an official review when it looks like it's in your favour? Because you want heightened reality.
Because you want to uplift it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Upweight it.
Upweight it.
Reach for the stars.
Upgrade it.
Nice.
I think that's what we were looking for.
Like when you get like a caravan at Butlins and they go, do you want to get a gold one?
Yeah, exactly like that.
Because you booked a silver.
Exactly. Or where Ryanair let you get on the flight first.
Oh, I had that because we had priority 2 with baggage. I always take baggage with me everywhere I go.
I am baggage.
Mentally.
I'm not the moment, I'm just baggage. Right, okay, let's see what this does. Okay, let's just also talk a little bit about the mental game here.
Oh,
so
Lord.
Lily's sat in that penalty box. Here's that. You know, as a jammer at this level, do you just zone that out? Like, you're not even.
I think you've got
That's not even a configuration in your brain, right?
B, what would happen now if Lily gets expelled? Expelled,
yes.
Do we put another jammer in the box? We don't run a jammerless jam, do we?
No,
No,
of
of course.
we
Okay.
field a jammer.
Which jammer would you put in?
Gary.
Oh, wow. Don't hang around with your answer.
Straight away, I think, you know, I think all the jammers for Rainey are great. It's not that. I think Gary has probably had the most success against none in general.
Nice.
And now I don't know whether I've got the facts to back that up.
It's all right.
I think Lily's got lead perhaps more times, but I think Gary's
got the hips.
Physicality has been able to match a lot of what none do. Just feels like, yeah, that would be the no-brainer for me.
If it was you or I, who would you put out?
You. Do you want me to give the reasoning behind that?
Yes, please.
I don't want to get hit by anybody, that's why I stopped playing
Oh,
roller
so
derby.
you throw me out instead?
Yeah, well, 100%.
It's the cannon fodder.
I don't like talking about roller derby. I don't like playing it. My shoulders are not for that. So this is quite a long official review.
Yeah.
And you know what?
You can't mess
it's
about.
a 9-point game, isn't it? You know, like, you've got to get this right. And an expulsion is a very serious...
it really is.
You know, penalty. It's a penalty. All penalties are serious, but this is definitely a serious penalty. What it does mean, though, is that the teams are now, they're not resting. Now they're cooling down a little bit, and they've got to go into this last jam. And it is going to be, you know, we've seen the pace of this game all the way through it. So we want that to be... We want them to be able to be warm and ready for that.
Right, so header of Bath has come into the middle. He's asked the coaches to come in. I mean, realistically, we'll visually probably see what the outcome is before we'll hear about it. Lily sat in the box. I mean, my heart goes out to her because it's a horrible experience to be sat there. Even though she's an absolute seasoned pro, it still doesn't feel great, does it? So, our wonderful header of Bath is explaining things to the coaches. I can't lip read from here.
Cherry, that's a failing on your part, not theirs.
Yeah, 100%, yeah. I mean, I'm looking into those eyes and I can't see an answer.
Can't see the eyes from up here.
Can't see the eyes.
Let's be honest.
Old ref, right, he's just walking around. He's not got the answer either.
Okay, checking it. I'm not sure here. I think it's going to be a no call, but we will wait to hear from Bath. I'm not second guessing.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Bath's got the mic. He's going to give us a little wave in a sec. Lily's still sat down, so I'm going to air on. We're all good. Let's go.
Official review has been granted.
So the official review has been granted. So
Right.
Lily has been asked to leave the box, and as you can see, Fairy Quake is coming over to the 888 penalty box and will be sitting the penalty for Lily.
So you can see there that Lily is, Bath, the head referee for the game, is explaining to Lily what is happening. And like you said, Fairy Quake is taking that spot. And, you know, that's hard as a player, isn't it? It's a tough...
It is tough, but those are the rules, and we've got a brilliant officiating crew here to make sure those calls are being upheld.
Yeah.
So, quick breath. Ziggy is your only jammer on the track. Fairy Quake is in the 888 penalty box as the replacement jammer. I think we'll be serving the full 30 seconds. So, what can our wonderful Rainy blockers on the track do now? They can't hold Ziggy for long. Less than 10 seconds to come through there, and Ziggy is through for lead. Ziggy calling for calm on the track, saying, I don't want craziness here, let's just chill out.
Now listen, the thing is, if Ziggy doesn't call off the jam and decides to run it, no, that's a wise thing to do.
So Ziggy waited for the period clock to end. Again, big credit to Nod, they are so wise. They have played such a head game in this game. And B, I know loads of people love Rainy City. They have put on an amazing show. But for European roller derby, you've got to love an upset like this.
Oh, absolutely fantastic. And there is nobody happier than me to see amazing roller derby in Europe. Of course, heartbreaking for Rainy, who have come here and really, wanted to see the scores go in their favour. But for Nantes, what a story for them today. And tonight they're going to go on to play Prime, Stockholm, and then who knows from there. So what a fantastic way to kick off day 2 of the European Regionals, WFTD European Regionals. Jerry, I'm chuffed to bits that we got to call this game this morning and just see such amazing skill, heart, passion and physicality out on the track.
Definitely, and if you are a sports fan, which I definitely am, you cannot not love the agony and the ecstasy in front of you right now. My heart is 100% going out to Rainey, but they have been in this position, they have been the ones causing upsets before. But Nantes roller derby here in the white and the green, I am so chuffed for them. Cannot wait to see what they do this afternoon. And B, thank you for having me on this game. It's been a bloody pleasure.
It's been absolutely fantastic. We're going to leave you now. Coming up next, it is Prime versus Stockholm, so do keep your eyes on the track for that. I've been the lovely Beatrix.
I've been very Cherry. We're going for a sit down. We've been produced by the wonderful The Child. We were officiated by some fantastic officials today. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back with you later. Ta-ta.